night until I really started getting into it. And I mean, I'm much more interested in things that are kind of handcrafted and the human touch. And, you know, a lot of it was about research. So kind of trying to find out what different people were doing. And like, for instance, Angelo Garo's, that's actually his home kitchen. That's not a restaurant. That's just his own vibe. There's just this kind of world that he makes. You know, he works there with his forge, but then also that's where he cooks, and he has, you know, an outdoor fire pit and a fig tree growing up through an opening in like a little atrium within his kitchen, and a chandelier from Venice, all white glass, and it's really like over the top. It's a real authenticity, I think, is really interesting to me. And
you mentioned how this is a lot about, as much about the characters as it is about the spaces in which they're cooking the food. Did you see any like personality traits that were kind of consistent throughout a lot of these books?
I think the one thing that holds true for all the people in the book is that they're incredibly passionate. The food world and food industry is incredibly challenging and difficult and not rewarding financially, that people who get into it and stay with it are so driven and passionate about what they do. Beyond that, like, I think that there is quite a bit of diversity in terms of, like, from Rasmus Kofed, who won the Bocuse d'Or, bronze, silver, gold, just like world champion.
The Phelps of cooking.
Yes, and he's so, his place almost looks like a UFO, and it's so kind of futuristic and sleek and sharp, and his food is incredibly refined. And I think the thing that connects him to like Eric Werner, who's on the cover of the book in Heartwood, and he's got this like big roaring fire behind him, and you see palm trees coming through the top, and his chef's table, is that passion that, you know, drives, you know, Eric to go out and build this place in the jungle, his dream restaurant and dream kitchen.
I've interviewed a bunch of chefs on this show, and you mentioned the word passion. You're stepping into their kitchen with a camera. Were there ever any moments where there was some tension, or where you just felt like, you know, I'm going to have to come back a different day?
Well, you're definitely in their territory, and it's much different. My first book is about homes, and it's a much different vibe. It's more casual.